We've been planning the Aim High Flight Academy for a long time. Last year was going to be a kickoff year that we ended up having to go virtual because of COVID. So this is really the first time we've done it in this kind of venue. But when I got here, I got to tell you, I was pretty blown away. It's exciting, the energy, the motivation. When I first drove up, I walked out in the flight line and one of these young kids was taxiing back in a Cessna, and they had just done their first solo. I watched them touch down, to come down, to flare just the right moment, to settle in, to squeak those tires on the runway. For the first time ever in their life, they were up there by themselves with no instructor, flying that airplane. To be able to describe the kind of excitement and the feeling of satisfaction, the feeling of accomplishment is absolutely incredible.
I wonder where they're at the beginning of week 3 right now. Their level of knowledge has increased tenfold. Their motivation to wanting to fly has just increased immensely. And then those who weren't really motivated necessarily to be in the military, be in the Air Force, they're even more motivated after talking to all the mentors, meeting all the different people from all the backgrounds. It really helps them be like, yeah, I want to do this, I'm ready. And I'll tell you, even though our goal is we want to get all the students to solo and we want to get them all the hours, if we didn't fly another day for the rest of camp, the camp is still a success because of the way that the students have been inspired and influenced up to this point.
I absolutely believe that the Aim High Flight Academy can provide that momentum, can provide that catalyst, that can provide that pivotal moment where these young men and women that come out here and fly with us, many of which are from diverse backgrounds, from areas that may not be naturally interested in joining the Air Force. They've tasted it, they've touched it. In many cases, they've soloed an aircraft for the first time and they've never even flown an aircraft before they showed up here. That is a huge propellant to getting them to think about what they can do, to be able to envision themselves as an airman and being able to do things they may have never been able to imagine before.
In here, we have students who are high school students and we have students who are college students. So we have 16 to 21. The reason that we have such a spread is we wanted to get what we like to call the unprepents associated and the prepents associated. So you have the students who aren't connected to the military, so civilian students who may or may not be interested in the military, to have them involved with this, to kind of help show them the path and kind of inform them on how to get there. And we also have some ROTC students who are in college, some Air Force Academy students who are obviously in college, and then some Academy Prep students in there. You have these students in these college programs who may have not considered aviation, even though they've considered the Air Force. And so kind of show them, hey, I know you're on your way to the Air Force, but here's an option to be able to fly. And let's kind of show you a little bit into that life so it can maybe change your mind and push you in that direction. But the other piece of that is that you have these young, impressionable 16 to 17-year-olds who are in a program with these ROTC cadets and Air Force Academy students who are now not just hearing it from the old guy about how great it is to be in the Air Force, but those who are much closer in age to them who can then help really shape and mentor them and really guide them in like the right direction. So that right there, you sit back and you watch how they sit there and interact with them, and you can see their wheels turning and you can see them really like gravitating to the experience that they have that has so much more recency than ours.